TNT Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe on YouTube, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'm going to let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with Don. Moses Salas, what's up? We got Demetrius Russell. What's up, D? What's up, DR? DC's own. Detroit is in the house. Vaughn Street Promotions. J Mac. Vic FM. What it do? Eric, who is that, German? Eric German. Or is that Jermaine? I'm going to go with Jermaine. Eric Jermaine. DC up in here. Like that. Dallas repping. Uncle Capone, what's up? African Pride. The Unknown. Let's get it. I Candy. Juno. What's up? Food Bart. What it do? James Williams, B1. All day, every day. Lisa Owens coming in from Cincinnati. Deep Dark Coco. I'm going in, fam. I'm going in. All right. So once again, it's on. Boy, that Cassie settlement opened up a hornet's nest. A hornet's nest of dollar signs. Everybody trying to get paid right now, man. Everybody. It's all kinds of people trying to get paid. Okay, let's first and foremost, let's pay respect to the true victims who are out there. Any real victims, let's pay respect for that. You know, we know for a fact that Kamala was, that Cassie was a victim because, you know, we saw it. We saw the evidence. We saw proof that Cassie was a victim. So let's recognize that and respect that first and foremost. And any other real victims out there, I got my suspicions about some other victims. I definitely got my suspicions. And I'm just going to go and tell you, fam, I believe Al B. Sure. I absolutely believe Al B. Sure. Al B. Sure has always been a stand-up dude, real solid dude. You don't get caught up in all that crazy madness and stuff, you know. So I absolutely believe Al B. Sure. With that said, there are some roaches out there. There are some people out there trying to roach up on something. They trying to get some money. They trying to get an easy payday. One of those people that people are saying is trying to get an easy payday is Thalia Graves. They are saying this chick is lying. They're all in, you know, just you ain't got to take my word. Just hop online, go to any one of the blogs, and people are saying that they don't believe her. I think maybe it got something to do with Gloria Allred, because Gloria, you know, she just come off as one of them type of chicks that just be after that money, man. She just be trying to get that money. But I get it. I mean, that's the type of lawyer she is. You know, she is a civil attorney, and her job is to go get the money. When women say they've been violated, she is the go-to source to go get the money. So I get it. I get it. But she just come off as, you know, just about getting to the money. Like, as long as you got a case that she thinks she can get paid on, seem like she'll just accept the case. And it really don't have nothing to do with integrity. Now, I would say this, fam. When it comes to America, hitting people in the pocket is what we do best. That's just the name of the game. And if you've been wronged, that's one of the ways to get back at the person who's wronged you. Like money talk in this country, that money talk. And a lot of people put a lot of value, a whole lot of value on money. So when you hit somebody in the pocket, it typically hurts. It puts some act right on them. So I understand that, if you feel you've been violated, you should do everything that you can to get justice. But you should also want that, not just having monetary compensation, not just getting monetary justice. You should want some criminal justice. If you've really been wrong, if somebody is like violated me in something, like physically, say, man, I want some get back in every way possible. I want get back on every level. Any kind of way I can hurt them, I want it. I want to get back. But a lot of these people are just focused on getting some money, though, it seems to me. It seems to me like a lot of this is just about getting paid. Because, fam, this is one of the things that I struggle with. You know how, like, you can have people who are in a domestic dispute and they're quick to call the police, they'll weaponize the police to win the argument. Sometimes there's a little scuffle or something might go on or whatever. Or sometimes it's an all-out woman get dogged out or whatever, beat up or whatever. She called the police. Police come out. There are some cases where the police have been to people's houses 20 and 30 and 40, 50 times for domestic violence, domestic disturbances. But when it comes to this SA stuff, you still waiting 30 years to say something about it. 23, in this case, this is 23 years. This allegedly happened in 2001. 2001. I'm not waiting that long on retribution. I'm not waiting that long on justice. And then when you do say something about it, you're not going after them criminally. You're going after them financially. It's just, in my opinion, that makes me question. That makes one question the integrity of your case. Perhaps everything that woman said happened. Just like she said it happened. But perhaps it didn't. Now, because of this situation that Diddy has found himself in with all of these accusers, there are a number of people who are giving Thalia Graves the benefit of doubt. There are people saying, nah, man, nah, the woman, I believe her. A lot of people out there say, I believe her. I believe her. But then there are others out there who are saying that, nah, she trying to come up. She trying to get a check. She's trying to get a Cassie on. What say you, fam? Have y'all had a chance to take a look at the case, her case against Diddy? You have a chance to form an opinion, like an educated opinion about it? If you have, give me a thumbs up if you believe her. Thumbs down if you think it's a money grab. Thumbs up if you believe it, thumbs down if you don't. Let me see where y'all at. Let's check the temperature in the room real quickly. Keys, what's up? Sanji believes her. Thumbs up. Theodore down. Pat down. Art L down. Saint Germain down. That girl down. Lisa down. Brother Rob up. Shoe me down. J. Raphael up. Cat down. SF down. Lamont down. Dedrick down. Joshua down. Tyree up. Ready up. Donnie up. Wake up, up. Broski he can't figure it out. Woke up. DeForest up, down. DeForest down. Tony down. Kathy up. Charles down. Daryl down. Nadia up. Alumbrados down. Clarence down. Pierre down. Black Jesus down. High Candy up. So it looks like most of you, Jaworski down, Island down, looks like most of you do not believe her. Y'all don't believe her. Well, in part, here is the story that she told via her attorney, Gloria Allred. So she said that Diddy and a friend viciously violated her at a Bad Boys record studio in New York City, and recorded the sexual abuse on video. That's at least according to the new lawsuit. Thalia Graves is suing and claiming that she had suicidal thoughts since Diddy and his head of security, Joseph Sherman, violently raped her back in 2001. In her suit, Thalia claims she was 25 years old and dating one of Diddy's employees when he lured her into a meeting with him and Sherman alone, where she says they questioned her and they sequestered her and gave her a drink, likely laced with a drug that eventually caused her briefly to lose consciousness. Graves claims she woke up to find herself bound and restrained, with Diddy and Sherman proceeding to brutally sexually abuse and violate her, mercilessly raping her anally and vaginally. Good God. Diddy's newest accuser claims that she thought about killing herself and got extensive psychological treatment as a result of the alleged rape. And she says she never reported the incident out of fear that Diddy and Sherman would use their power to ruin her life, just as she claims they threatened to do if she ever spoke out. She says she continued to suffer severe depression, anxiety, and panic attacks as a result of the rape and still lives in fear of Diddy and Sherman. And she says her wounds were opened in November 2023 when she learned for the first time Diddy and Sherman had video recorded her horrific rape. So she learned in 2023. By whom did she learn? The woman claims Diddy and Sherman showed the video to multiple men in an effort to publicly degrade her and humiliate her and her boyfriend. And she says the very thought of the video being out there caused her to again consider ending her life. Graves is going after Diddy, Sherman, and Bad Boy for damages, and she's being ripped by Gloria Allred, who is holding a press conference with her, well, actually held the press conference with her just a few minutes ago. So we got another woman who has gone public with claims of being essayed by Diddy and accomplices. Yet another woman who is claiming to have been essayed by Diddy and another woman. So the question is, hey, who do you believe? There's the woman right there. That's Thalia Graves. That's the woman who claims that Diddy essayed her in a New York City studio in 2001 with his head of security. Oh, boy. How you gonna get out of all of this, man? This is a lot to try to overcome. It's a hell of a lot. As you know, Diddy is being held in the MDC Brooklyn, in a federal detention center. Let me tell you something, fam. I do believe Diddy is being targeted, but I also believe that Diddy put himself in the position to be targeted. Now, I know some people don't like me saying that, but I gotta call a strike and a ball a ball. I do believe that some of these people are lying. I don't know which ones are lying, but I do believe some of them are lying. The odds tell me, I'm a betting man, like in terms of, I'm not a gambler, but I'll make a bet. And the odds tell me that if you have a situation where people are claiming money, there's a open pathway for people to, come up on some free money, some easy money. There are going to be some people who are going to take advantage of that situation who don't deserve that money. Just like when you start thinking about the PPP loans. There were people who straight out lied on their applications. There were people who were taking advantage of the system. There were people who already had a whole bunch of money, didn't need that money, but they were claiming those loans, and they got those loans. The trip part about it all is that when the hammer came down, none of those people who already had money, big money, who filed the claims went to jail. None of them. None of those people went to jail. Just the little guys who lied on their applications or who abused the money. They're the only ones who went to jail. Just the little guys. Just the little guys who went out and got big money. So she said this happened in 2021 when she was 25. We're talking, what is that, 23 years later, so she's 48. What is that, 25 and 23, 48, yeah. So yeah, this woman claims that Diddy did all these things. Now check this out, fam. I think you'll find this interesting. Her lawyer, when asked a series of questions that one might typically think would be safe to answer, she kept saying she didn't know the answer to. You know, something as simple as her being asked was her client a born New Yorker, and does she live in New York? She was like, I can't answer whether she was born in New York or not. Where her client was sitting right next to her, she could have just asked her, hey, were you born in New York? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the significance of withholding that type of information? You know, I'm not sure. She also was asked, was her client aware that she was being recorded at the time? Again, I don't understand why she didn't answer that question. Seemed like a very a routine question, right? Seemed academic to me, but she wouldn't answer the question. She either knew she was being recorded or not. How does it? Well, I guess it would hurt her case if she admitted she knew she was being recorded. I guess that could undermine her case if she said she knew she was being recorded. But the thing is that if you're being violated, you have no control of the situation. You can't control whether somebody's recorded or not, even against your will. But obviously, let me go forward, because, okay, you know what? The question just answered itself, because she said she found out in 2023 that the recording existed. So up until that point, if we are to believe what she's saying, her version of events, she didn't know that there was a recording that existed. Not until she found out that Diddy had shared the recording with several men in an attempt to embarrass her and her new man. So let's talk to the fellas for a moment. Let me talk to the fellas. Fellas, the freak off days are over. There, I said it. You ain't gonna be able to do all the freaky things that you used to hear people did back in the day. You ain't gonna be able to get your freak off like that. You ain't gonna be able to do all that. If you do, you're taking a big risk, especially if you are already somebody in terms of having carved out a nice little career for yourself and you're getting to the money already. So you ain't gonna be able to do that. The only people gonna be able to get away with freak offs is people who ain't got no money. If you ain't got no money, you can get away with it, because they don't care. If you ain't got no money, it ain't nothing to sue about. You know, like they're only suing people with money. So if you ain't got no money, the lawyer ain't even finna pick up the case because there ain't no money in it. Got to have some money. Got to have some money. Got to have some money, man. So, yeah, all that stuff that y'all be thinking about, like, and for you entertainers, say, man, once again, shows you that the 90s was the best time to be a rapper. Y'all don't get to do none of that. That's over. All that stuff that you was thinking, man, when I get on top, man, when I get on top, boy, they gonna be on top of me. It's too risky. Too risky. Because now there's a president. There's a president. I said president. There's a president's. Now there's a president's. And the women today, I'm talking about the unscrupulous women, first and foremost. Now they know they can get paid if things don't work out. They can come back and just claim something. Boom. Money, money, money. Now the women who might get violated or get disrespected in some type of way, now they know that all they got to do is step forward, and these people ain't got the power that they think they have. Well, at least some of them don't. Most of them don't. Some of them got that real power, though. You know, sometimes. So if don't take my advice, because if you take my advice and something happened to you, I don't want you people coming at me. But in general, these women can see now that, well, they got power, but if I just go to the authorities, you know, they can take that power away. So now the women who may have been scared in the past, or may have been scared, are not scared because there's a precedence of women, droves of women who have come forward against powerful men. Best thing you can do, dog, I hate to tell you, best thing you can do is just pick you one, man. Pick you one. That's the best thing you can do, man. Just pick one, bro. Because all of this other stuff, well, you're going to mess around and get yourself in a jam. You're going to mess around and get yourself in a jam. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You're going to get in a jam, man. Pick one, man. Hey, man. Hey, date. I'd say date as many as you want to. But when it's time, all that old flip-flop, this, man, people get in their feelings. Things change. Pick one. Date as many as you want. But pick one. When it's time, pick one. Or be by yourself. Just be by yourself, man. Get to know yourself. You don't mess around and get your head knocked off out here, man. It's vicious. And let's make something clear. The authorities don't care about these women who have been violated or who claim to have been violated. They do not care about those women. If they did, 95% of rape kits in the United States would not be going untested. Did you know that? According to reports, 95% of all rape kits in the United States are sitting in evidence rooms untested. Does that really sound like a country that's serious about protecting victims of sexual assault? Nope. Doesn't to me. So they don't care. What they do is pick and choose. When it's time to take somebody down, there's various ways to take them down. And what they're going to do is find out what your vices are. Whatever your vices are, that's how they get you. If you like freak offs, you got women around, you smacking women around or whatever. Even if you ain't smacking women around, they can find a woman to say you smacked them around. Already, you got people that got a problem with men that mess around with a bunch of women and all that kind of stuff. They ain't gonna have no type of love for a person that get accused of something like that. They're gonna find out what your vices are. Oh, you like to gamble? Oh, he did this. He engaged in this and that. He did this. Oh, that's why his daddy got killed. What you drink? What you like to? You like to drink? We got something for you. What you do? You snort cocaine? What's your vice? What is your vice? That's how they come get you. And whatever that vice is, you're gonna fall for it every time because that's your vice. That's the thing that make you tick. It is imperative that a man learn to control two things in order for him to reach his optimum, to operate at his optimum. It is important for a man to control his emotions and his ding-a-ling. Got to be able to control those two. Once you get that under control, boy, you take off. You can take off. You can get some stuff done. You can get some stuff done. Somebody with 1,000 bottles of baby oil who is not in the business of baby oil distribution, there's absolutely no reason that a person should have 1,000 bottles of baby oil. If one was to live to be 1,000 years old, I can't see using 1,000 bottles of baby oil. A 1,000 bottles? Now let's make sure we cover the facts. Being in possession of baby oil, regardless of how salacious it sounds, how suspect it sounds, it is not a crime. It's not a crime. But that's how they be putting stuff together. You know, they call it a preponderance of evidence. Or they call it, what do they call it? Circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial. You got some people that ain't heard nothing else about the case. When they heard that $1,000 of baby oil, they say, "Yeah, he guilty. He did it. That nigga did that, man. Ain't nobody got no business having no $1,000 baby, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. He did it. Oh yeah, he did it." Woo, man. Man. Bad boys move in silence. Bad boys move in silence, man. It's something to be said about that statement. Move in silence. I watched American Gangster yesterday for probably the 6th or 7th time. One of the greatest movies ever produced, hands down. I was just marveling over the consistency of scenes, the dramatic scenes, just back to back to back to back. One scene, it was no let up, everything. I'm like, damn, they did a brilliant job in depicting the life of Frank Lucas, and even the investigator, I forget his name, but played by Russell Crowe. Great job. And Denzel did something that put those people in his business when he showed up at that fight with that chinchilla coat on. He went against his own advice when he wore that loud coat. He was telling, remember there's a scene where he tells his brother, stop, you looking like you got this clown suit on. You look like a clown, you know, you're loud. Don't want to be loud. Especially if you're doing something inappropriate, but you don't want to be loud, period. Just take care of your business, man. Just go out there, handle your business, make things pop, and keep it moving. Because they're already jealous. If you black, they're going to already be jealous of you. They're going to already be hating. They already going to be hating on you. They already going to be trying to figure out a way to get your money, get that money back, bring you down, tear you down. I mean, they're experts at doing it. So that's what they want to do already. When you start walking around, hey, loud. You start talking about them, us, they. You start telling the secret formula out loud. They're going to start taking a little closer look at you. If you black in this country, I'm going to tell you straight up, you can't be loud like, you can't own a sports team and be loud like Jerry Jones or Mark Cuban. Can't be like that. They're going to try to figure out a way to take it from you, to bring you down. Because the last thing that they need is a black man standing on 10, looking and sounding like a full-grown, free man. Because what it's going to do is it's going to project. And it's going to give other young black men ideas to stand on something and be strong and be masculine. So that's why you have these fake dudes out here that look like men, but they act like women. They got women ways. They got coonish ways. They coconuts, like the Charles Barkleys, like the Stephen A's, like the Candace Owens and the Stacey Dashes, like the Larry Elders. Yeah. They gonna be good until they do something dirty to a white person. Now they do something dirty to a white person, they're gonna kick them to the curb. They're gonna get them good too. They're gonna get that end wake-up call. I know some of y'all listening to me and you're saying to yourself, Willie D, I don't like you, man. I don't like you. I don't like you at all. Talk too much shit. Always talking shit. Always telling people this and that. I don't like how you talk. I don't like that. The true part about it, though, is you can't call me a liar. You cannot like me. Which underscores why this society is so fraud. Because people love to talk about keeping it real and how hard they are and all this type of stuff. But they don't want you to keep it real. They don't like people that keep it real. They want you to be fake so they can be comfortable. I'll give you a case in point right now. Hold on. I'll give you a case in point. You got cut off on your way to work. A car cut in front of you. You're late and you get caught by the light. You get out the car, it's raining. You got a really, really nice shirt on that you bought and you wasn't expecting this. You rush to the door of your workplace and you break the heel on your shoe. You get in the elevator and one of your coworkers say, "Good morning." You look at him, you say, "Good morning." It was not a good morning. It's a fucking horrible moment. Horrible morning. But you say good morning anyway. Why? Because it makes people comfortable. Somebody asks you about politics or whatever. Oftentimes, you might not even say anything, or you might just say, "Hey, man, I don't really get into that," or whatever. You really want to say something. You really want to tell them how you feel, but you don't want to say anything because it's going to make them uncomfortable. The people who love me because I speak the truth. I'm authentic. The people who hate me because I speak the truth. I'm authentic. But they also hate me because I make them uncomfortable. I make them very uncomfortable. And I'm okay with that. I look forward to it every morning. I wake up. As soon as I open my eyes, got him. Got him. Hold on, fam. As I was saying, family, look, there's a time and a place for everything. You ain't got to go around, trying to prove that you're real by saying everything that's on your mind. You ain't got to do that. There's a time and place to say what's on your mind. And, you know, that's important because some people think that they're real just because they speak their mind. They say whatever's on their mind. They think they're real. They think that's good. That's a good idea. That's good. That's real. I'm keeping it real, man. I'm just keeping it real. They say that's why they like Donald Trump, because he keep it real. Keep it real. He real. He say what he mean. That's why they voting for him. You know, my sister, my oldest sister, well, both of my sisters, but I'm speaking specifically of my oldest sister right now. Damn, I could say the same thing about both of them. But they keep it real. They will say what's on their mind. You better know where to take them, because you could find yourself very embarrassed, especially if my little sister get in action. Boy, she get going. If you think that I speak my mind, so my sisters, both of them, I love them to death. They real. They speak their mind. They say what's on their mind. But I wouldn't vote for them to run the country. I would not vote for them. Even if I can get all the perks of having a sister in the White House, a blood sister in the White House, I would not vote for them. There's a thing called discernment. There's a thing called discernment. And no matter how real you are, you're going to have to learn it. You're going to have to know. You're going to have to know when how to navigate. What up, Tyrone Muhammad? Derek Folks. Derek Folks says, Trump over Kamala anytime. I am just an American. I am just American. What's up? Tisha. What's up, Tisha? Diamond. No name. What's up? What's up, Patricia Lee? Casey Kelvin. I knew this, speaking of keeping it real, I knew this girl. She was the type of chick that kept it real, right? They say. She would go out and she could be in the club or she could be in the line at a restaurant or something. And somebody could be in front of her and she would pick them apart and say it loud enough where they could hear. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. How I look hard. Look at him. Hey, look at him. He looks stupid. Look at those shoes. You know, why he got his pants on so tight? She'll say anything. She would just say anything in front of him. She would say it loud, and she thought she was keeping it real. That was her way of getting attention. You know, that was her line. That was her lane. She found a lane for herself. And the lane for her was making other people with her laugh by talking about people that she didn't know, talking about strangers. She'd just say anything. But one time, well, a few times, she got into arguments and stuff, and those arguments were diffused and people went on about their business. Cooler heads prevailed. Well, one time, she started talking about this dude who was at a restaurant out in public. She's just talking, running her mouth again like she always do, talking about some dude. And he pulled out a gun and he clapped her. And she's been dead about 20 years now. See, all of that wild stuff, all of that ignorance and stuff like that, it's always somebody who ain't going to take it. It's always somebody who won't accept it. It's going to always be, it's going to come a time. I don't care how lucky you've been. All of that. It's a lot of dudes on YouTube who are very disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. And the more they get away with the disrespect, the more emboldened they become. But just like her, there's going to come a time, and it always does, where that luck run out. The lucky streak just comes to a screeching halt. And it never happens when they think it's going to happen. They think they can control it. But see, what happens is you start getting rewarded for stupid stuff. When people reward bad behavior, it makes the person who's promoting that bad behavior think that they're doing some type of service, like they're providing a service, like a much needed service, right? So they continue to go on. And on YouTube and social media, you actually get rewarded for ignorance. If you get on YouTube and start talking down bad about everybody, and you got a new beef every day, got a new person to talk about every day, typically these are black folks who talk bad about black folks, right? If you get into that lane, they'll reward you. You give you your likes, subscribers, make some money, all that. But at what cost? Because sooner or later, and you don't know when that time gonna come, somebody gonna knock your head off. That's just the odds. It's just bound to happen. Like, I don't know any 70, 80-year-old people who are out there walking around talking reckless. They usually get their head knocked off well before that. When it comes to conflict, fam, the best that you can do is try to avoid it by any means. Even if it's somebody you can knock off, just try to avoid it. It really ain't worth it. If you got to do something, you got to do something. If you just come down to it, you got to do it, right? You get a chance to do it, But you try to avoid it because all you really got to do is just get out of the way and let somebody else knock their head off, because it's going to happen. It always does. Anybody you can think of right now who's on the internet talking fly, talking reckless, talking that danger talk, talking about that smoke, the days are numbered. All of our days are numbered, but they're rushing it. I saw Rallo earlier today on a video talking about Juke packs. Juke is Yo Gotti's brother, who was implicated in the murder of young Dolph. The guys who killed young Dolph said that Jook hired them to kill young Dolph. Put a $100,000 bag on young Dolph's head. So they killed young Dolph, and one of the dudes said he was supposed to get 40 racks, and he only got $800. And he got that in installments. He got that in 2 installments, $300 and $500. Jook was murdered in January of this year. So young Dolph gets killed in 2001. The guy who is said to have hired the hitman to kill him was murdered in January of 2024. So you had, I said 2001, I said it was 2021. 2021, young Dolph gets killed. 2024, the guy who allegedly hired the hitman to kill him was killed. And now Rilo is talking about how he's selling Jook packs. Very dangerous game, because no matter what dude did, he got people out there that'll ride for him. They care about him. And it's just a very dangerous game to play. I don't understand why people do stuff like that. But as I always say too, that you got to do what makes you sleep good. If it makes you sleep good, knock yourself out. But look, man, there's always going to be a time for conflict. There's going to always come a time for imminent conflict. You're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to have no choice but to engage. You're not going to have a choice. You're not going to have a choice but to have some contact. If you know that time is coming for certain, why not use your energy for that time? Why not conserve your resources? You know? And just put it all into that when it happens, when it comes, because it's coming. Whether somebody directly come at you or come at your people, something you love, somebody you love, it's gonna happen. So why not use those resources for when you really need them? I've seen too many incidents where dudes talking about smoking on this guy, next thing I know, somebody talking about smoking on them. You see the pattern? Almost all these guys who talk about smoking on somebody, smoking on the dead, end up dead. Don't know Rilo. Seemed like a good dude. Heard about some of the good things that he do in his community. Seemed like a good dude. But somebody around him need to pull his coattail and let him know. That ain't it, bro. That ain't it. That ain't it. No matter what he did, no matter what he accused of, action speaks louder than words. I wouldn't even broadcast something like that on the internet. I wouldn't put that type of heat on myself from the authorities in the event of contact or my enemies. I don't even really want my enemy to know that that's my enemy like that. I don't even want them to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even need to know that I've gone that far, that my brain has already went that far. I don't want them to know that. People getting on the internet, making threats all the time. They be talking threats. They be talking, boy. They be talking. Talking that talk. Just talking. They don't give a fuck about cute man. Ain't nobody scared of such nothing. Nigga, woo, woo, woo. And nigga, woo, woo. All right. One thing I know about the internet is the people you talking to, who you trying to get a rise out of, a reaction from, who you looking to like the video and subscribe and follow, they're not going to be there when you need a blood transfusion. They're not going to be there to volunteer no blood. They don't even check to see if y'all got the same blood type. They not about to help you, pay your lawyer fees. They're not sending you any commissary. They're not writing any letters. They're not going to take care of your kids when you are in a cemetery or in a cage. They're not going to look out. They're going to be from one fool to the next fool. Let me tell you how easy it is for somebody to stop watching you. And when you get your head knocked off, how easy it is for them to stop watching you and start watching somebody else. It's this easy. That's it. Just one click and you're watching somebody else. Just that fast. They ain't even gotta click on the off tab or anything. Like, they can just get one click and start watching somebody else just like that. You can get your head blown off. Get your head blown off. Get your head blown off, all the way off. Disconnected from your body. They gonna talk about it, and then I'm not even talking about like the next day or a week, I'm talking about the same day they're gonna click that button and be watching somebody else talk reckless. And thus the countdown begins again for another fool. Hope it was worth it. Aaron Hughes. Deep thought. Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? All right, fam. That's my time. I appreciate y'all joining live. Until next time, Hey, I'll come back live today if there's some breaking news. But other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I appreciate y'all. No more